Thank you guys for joining us on another fabulous adventure of Peace Under the Sky TV. We are today going to be traveling to Nigeria where we're meeting Lord Alexander, aka EMC. We're going to bring him up and let's have this conversation. What's up, Lord Alexander?
I'm doing fine. Greetings to you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So what are you doing today? Are you in your studio?
Yeah, actually, you made me at the right place. Like, basically, this it's the best place I love to be. Like, almost every day. And although I have other things doing, but that's the place I love to be.
Amazing. I love the decor. It's beautiful. So what age did you start performing at?
Music has been part of my life. I can really be very specific about the age um, when it comes to music, but I would say ever since I start knowing what music really is, and that could be from the age of 10, 11. I was actually born with dreadlocks, so person like Lucky Dube, Bob Marley was their music was like an inspiration for me growing up. So I would say from 10, 11.
So how did your family feel when you decided to become a musician?
Um, my mom was okay with it, because she loves music too. She's among the choristers in church. So it was like I started from the church actually. The children choir, we sing every Sunday, you practice a song, they give us a song to go home to practice. So when it comes to that, my mom was very okay with it, except for my dad. Although dad was not always around, but he's not just a big fan of wanting to listen to music because he's a very busy type. So um, I would say mom has really been very supportive when it comes to my music career. So
That's good. It's always good to have a good support system. Did you go to school for anything else besides music, maybe to appease your father?
yes. I studied agriculture and bioresources engineering in Federal University of Technology, Owerri, where I graduated from. I think that was 2020. We happened to be the set the COVID hit, but by God's grace, we've been able to finish. So having that, it's passing through school was had also contributed so much in my life too because the knowledge and everything. But I also alongside I choose music as something that I had passion for even while I was in school studying. I would go for indoor parties where we perform, do all kind of songs and everything, covers of songs. So that's kind of my school background when it comes to school level. So I have my BST, that's Bachelor in Technology. So
That's an amazing accomplishment and doing music at the same time. That's cool. So, is there any other platforms besides TikTok that your music is displayed on?
not not really, because I've been trying to work on some of my EPs that I had plans to release them by next month. So apart from TikTok, TikTok was just one platform that was like an eye opening for me when it comes to, although I knew of other platforms like Facebook, Instagram, but it was no more like something where you just want to be on live stream and people are watching you and stuff like that. Although I know something like that was happening on Instagram, but it's it was not much like more of me understanding what was really happening. So TikTok was I would say TikTok was the first platform where I go on and I want to do music for people, and I have people say, "Oh, you sound good, you sound nice, this is beautiful," and yeah.
So do you get nervous before you perform, or is there like a ritual you have before you perform that you do so that you comfort yourself?
Yeah, being nervous is that was basically the beginning of everything for me because um when I started there was I never had a mic. It was just a small Bluetooth speaker that I produced the sound from, like the karaoke from. So I was kind of nervous because like I never knew how I sounded. Sometimes I'm like, am I really sounding the way I can hear myself sounding? So along the line, I started getting very comfortable with it, and not until I was being able to get a sound card. And this time around, I sing, I hear myself, and I'm like, okay, you're sounding okay. So yeah, I was nervous at the beginning, but I don't think. Although I see there's some places I go to and probably not crowd because this is like the space of internet. But when you're in a group where you have very good singers and you're asked to perform, there's this kind of nervousness that just comes, and but you just but when you start singing, I guess it's all goes away.
So do you sing with your eyes closed? Why do you guys do that? Like when you guys are singing, you guys close your eyes.
Yes, that yes, there. I think I would say at those beginning when I was nervous while singing, I I would want to close my eyes. But sometimes when I get so connected to a song, when the lyrics is already there, I already have the lyrics in my head because at some beginnings of some songs I want to read the lyrics while I'm singing. But when I get so very comfortable with the song and the kind of emotional song, I try as much as possible to be connected to the song. And those process makes me like just close my eyes and want to feel the song. So, although I'm trying as much as possible not to do that because that's like a bad habit while you're singing, closing your eyes, and you have to be able to communicate with your audience, like eye contact and everything. So, mostly when you do music, just to pass the message, you have to see yourself in that music you're singing. So I would say most singers want to do this eyes closing, not intentionally, but when they feel this music, when they putting themselves into the music, they try as much as possible to put their emotions and everything into it. I would say I do the eyes closing mostly when I sing Adele songs, like because it gives you this feeling of this music, and you just want to close your eyes. You want to feel the rhythm and everything of the song, but at the end of the day, you're not communicating to whatsoever is like listening to you or watching you sing. So
So what happens when you get like a sore throat or you're sick? What do you do for that if you have to perform? Do you still go on to perform or do you take a
um
break?
at the beginning, I never knew what it was like when you start having those kind of break in your voice. Do you understand? But you just want to do music because sometimes when you get so attached to music, you just want to do it, do it, do it. But along the line, I started understanding that when I start feeling this crack, I have to take a break. Even even as I'm speaking now, I took a break for like 2 weeks, not singing at all because I had cough, and I felt like, and although the music was just there, sometimes I want to do it, and I was like, okay, no, no, I have to because music is part of me already. It's something I never thought I could stay for that long without doing. But then it hits me, but I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I tried struggling to sing, but I, I felt like I was pushing myself to the edge. So I have to like, okay, I have to take a break. So that,
So did you try anything like home remedies? Like I know a lot of the artists say they do like lemon, warm water, honey.
yeah, yes, I did try some home remedies. I got natural honey and lime, then with warm water that I take mostly when I wake up in the morning. That's the first thing I rush to. So those were the although I got so many advice from people, but those three things were actually the ones I did on my own, like the warm water, the honey, and the lime. I boil the water, put the honey in it, put the lime, then I just take a sip. And yeah.
Did that help any?
Yeah, it helped. Yeah, it did. It did. But for me, I felt at the point I felt like the process was not fast enough because I was just like, to me, I was like, if I just take this thing now, I'll feel better. I'll just go back to singing. But it was a process. It was a process. Although the process was slow because but I never stopped taking it because I know how important it was to me. I know how important it's almost made me feel the importance of me singing. I was missing this thing that was part of me. So um anytime I just wake up, I go straight. I boil the water, I add the honey, and I take it. And after some time, I'm like, okay, let me do some tasting. But not on the mic though. Let me do
Right.
some tasting. I'll just like, okay, let me just pick a song and sing. And I feel this crack. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not there yet. So that was it.
Right.
That was it.
So just
It
the
helped a lot.
anticipation of getting back to it. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. So just I love that you're patient, and even though you wanted to do it, you still were patient with yourself because there's a lot of people that push themselves through it and then they hurt themselves more. So that can be
That's
a real
true.
bad thing.
Okay. The song is one of the first songs I learned. Um, basically on TikTok.
Okay. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't interrupt you.
Okay. When the rain is blowing in your face, in the hole, it's on your case. I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do it wrong. I know that from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'll go hungry, I'll go black and blue. I'll go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love. So I have to take a pause. The music is long, so I
So,
still,
do you make your when you oh, go ahead.
I still have the crack, but I hope you enjoyed that. So
I actually wasn't expecting you to sing today. I thought you were gonna rest a little bit more, but I thank you for doing it. Sounds good. I love it. So when you create a song, do you make the beat and everything yourself, or does somebody else do that for you?
now somebody else do that for me. Somebody else do that for me. But like my songs now, the beats, I have a producer already on it. So he does the beat and he send it to me and like, hey, listen to it, do something to it. How does it sound? You okay with it? Can you flow with it? Should I add some effect? I'll be like, okay. So, but on the
That's
walls of TikTok, mostly I just duet some beats. I follow some of the. I have some producers on TikTok that I go on the platform and be like, okay, I have to pick this beat to do something with, just to freestyle and do my music thing so people can hear me and stuff like that. Writing a song, it takes me like a day to write a song. But then when you're done writing, you, you want to modify it. You want to be like, okay, I'm not supposed to use this word here. I'm supposed to. So that might take me like a week to bring everything together. It's when like my first song, it's also like EMC because the name EMC was it actually every moment is connected. That's where I got the name EMC from. So it's a title of my song too, because that's me defining time. That's my definition for time. Every moment is connected. I just believe that I just believe that anything happening around me connects me to the next moment. So that's what EMC stands for. So when he brought that beat, I was already anticipating for it already. So the words were there. When the beat came, I was like, okay, I started, drop the lines, I write, drop the lines, I write. And at the end of it, I could, because it's like a 4 minutes. So at the end of the day, I could write down everything. But then I'm like, okay, this is everything I have. Okay, I have to correct this word here. I feel like this word here will suit in better. I feel like this word here will suit. So that took me like almost 3, 4 days doing that because I was trying to um put everything together to make sure that okay, this is perfect. So I will tell you that I'm still on it even up to now. But I'm trying to flow the readings and everything of the song. So yeah.
So what kind of music do you listen to when you're not performing? Like, is there any specific genre of music or artist that you like?
Yes, yes, that. I love Afro songs. Although I was asked to perform earlier on, I never did Afro. I love Afro song, and one of my favorite best. Like I never get tired listening to his music. That's Burna Boy.
Me
I
too.
feel like um, I feel like it's not just about the beat. Afro has one of the best, like, charming beats. When you listen to Afro songs, you just want to shake your head to it. But when I listen to Burna Boy and I read through his lyrics, I could relate to it. So Burna Boy is just it for me. He's just it for me. If 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 I'm ever asked if there's anyone I would want to work under, I would want to like, hey, do you want anybody to sign you out? Like, Burna Boy will always be my favorite singer. Will always be my favorite Afro singer. But when it comes to slow music, like soul music and blues, um, I'll go with Callum Scout. I'll go with Callum Style.
Hey.
Yeah, his his vocals, his readings, his songs, and everything. It's anytime I do any of his song, I can feel it in my blood. Like, yeah. So, yo,
Yeah,
when I
those
come
are
back,
some awesome.
yeah, when I
Yeah.
come back home, I prefer Burna Boy. Like, it's just Burna Boy for me. Although, David Doe, it's a good singer too. No disrespect, though. Whiskey, The Life of Ashake, Rema, Don Jazzy, Johnny Dree, because these people, I do their song, like covers of their song when I'm on TikTok. But when it comes to Bona, there's just this thing, like, there's this thing. He gives me this vibe, like, so.
So if you so where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, let's say, for the future? What do you see?
Yeah, that question is anyway. I always pray that God keeps us alive. I can never forget the fact that I have a certificate down in me. So definitely, yeah, I have this passion for music and seeing myself. Music is just something I would never want it to leave me, no matter how much of me being occupied. Because of course I want to work. I want to do something with my certificate. I want to do a job. Even if I'm not doing a job, I want to be self-employed doing something. Oh, in the next 5 years, I want to see myself on a big stage, like doing this music, doing my music. Like, yeah, yeah. I want to see myself taking away the fact that I want to see myself being self-employed or working on the company or something. But I also want to see myself in this big stage where, I'm doing my music and people are like, EMC, EMC, and everyone is just chanting the name. So I would say that's the dream for me. That's the dream for me. Yeah.
Hey. So if you could perform anywhere in the world, is there somewhere specific that you'd like to perform?
Yes, yes, yes. I want to shut down. I would want to shut down like whenever it's just I sometimes I take out my time to watch some of his concert, like the stage performance and everything. If there's any place in the world for now, like I don't know, probably there might be some kind of adjustment in the future. But for now, it's the O2 Arena for me, like because I just feel like that's the biggest stage for now. Although I know probably there are other bigger stages, but for now, but that's like that's like one thing in my head. Like when I heard Bonabo shout out the O2 Arena, he sold out the ticket and like it was a showdown. Like I want to be there someday. So I would say that's the thing in my head, the biggest stage in my head. Although there might be other stages, but for now, for me, Auto Arena is like the biggest stage, and that's where I would love to perform. I would want to be there on the stage performing, doing my music. And
Who is the lucky lady in your life? Is there a lucky lady in your life?
oh, for now, for now, for now, I would say I just want to focus more on myself because it once it's I felt like I just came to the stage of my life where when I make that decision, it should be a final decision. So it's not me playing around or whatsoever now. But for now, I just want to focus on my music. I want to focus on myself and stuff like that. But definitely, there are a lot of people around and like, okay, when the time comes, this person will figure it. So, so for now,
The
it's just me. Yeah.
so all the ladies are just waiting patiently in line. Gifting you on TikTok, like, "I promise I'll take good care of you."
I just want there to be a one decision, and it's going to be a final decision
That's
because
good
it's
that you're
going to
waiting.
be, yeah, it's going to be a long run for me. It's not going to be just something to be like, okay, this person is there today and the person is not there today, not there tomorrow. I don't want that kind of, I don't want it to be that kind of decision. I want it to be a decision of like, okay, there's someone I have by my side who's going to support me in my music and everything I choose to do.
So, what kind of a lady would you imagine yourself with for your future?
Ah, okay. Now you took those questions making me picturing. Just picturing how it should look like. I just want her to be supportive. Just be supportive. I can really picture, or she should just be supportive. Like, although I'm human and I might be making wrong decisions. And you know, when you into music and you turn into celebrity, and there's so many things, there's so many distractions. So I just want her to be like, hey, I got you. I'm always there by your side. So, and I want a home because at the end of the day, at the end of every show, at the end of every section, every studio section, I definitely want to go back home. I want to go back home to rest on someone's arm.
Oh,
So, so that's the kind of that's the kind of person I would want to a very peaceful, supporting, hardworking, intelligent, beautiful. So it's a lot. I just hope when the time comes,
you're
definitely.
you're such a romantic. I can see it in your eyes. You're just like so romantic. I'm like, oh my gosh. So,
Mm,
when you're not performing or working on your music, is there anything you do to relax away from music? Is there anything you do for fun?
yeah, I love playing snooker. I love playing snooker. Although I love skating, but football is not really my thing. Football is not really my thing, and playing games online, that's not really my thing too. For me, when I'm not performing or when I'm not doing music, when I'm not singing, let me put it that way. When I'm not singing, I feel like I'm listening to music.
Wow.
That's the yeah,
Okay.
that's like the only thing that keeps me relaxed. Like, well, apart from music, when I'm out there, like probably I'm not in a very exposed place where music is like I'm listening to music or something. I probably would love swimming, chatting with friends, sharing ideas, and reading. Like I read a lot. Like I love reading. Yes, yes, yes. I love reading. I love reading books. Like presently, I have like three books I want to cover within a short space, and I'm on them already. Oh, what about if the music is not there? I'll be like, okay, let me chill with friends. But in my quiet time, I listen to music and I read alongside. That's what I do. So I just plug in the music, take down the volume. I'm still listening, but my focus it's on my book. So I'm just reading and flipping the books and I'm listening to music and charming. So that's it for me.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love that. Well, Our interview has come to a close. I hate to say it. I've had such a good
Uh,
time, and I really appreciate you
yeah,
for coming
such a
through.
me being able to express myself. It's a good time. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.